campers. Good start. Good start. Just straight into the coughing. It's a beautiful day. It is Thursday, November 14th, 2019. Dun dun dun. We're back on the road. We're in Iowa at the moment, somewhere near Mason City, I think. We're on I-35 going southbound. We're not going to be on this highway long. We're basically just using this as a connector from I-90 to Iowa Highway 27. Then 27 will take us down to I-80. I like Highway 27. Highway 27 is a good highway. It goes all the way from I-35 up here in northern Iowa, all the way down to St. Louis. Good highway. We drive a big chunk of this highway down around Hannibal a lot. We use this to go from Hannibal down to St. Louis very frequently. Not this road. I mean, technically this road, I think this is part of Highway 27 already. I don't know how that works. I'm not sure if Highway 27 runs like concurrently with I-35 for a bit, or if it just starts at I-35. I'm not sure which. Effectively, it starts at I-35 right up here. But it's not important, because we're just gonna take it down to I-80. We're headed for the Chicago area. We've got delivery in Joliet. We picked this up in Sioux Falls late last night. And we're gonna deliver to a railroad terminal in, can you not? Jerk. Thank goodness you passed me just to take the exit. Best of luck with that, my friend. Picked this up in Sioux Falls last night, and we are delivering it tomorrow morning in Joliet, Illinois, which is just outside Chicago. We're going to a big rail terminal there to drop this off, and somehow from there it will get to a foreign country that I will not mention because I like making money on YouTube and I do not want to be demonetized. You might be able to guess what country that is. And if I'd known what country it was, I wouldn't have taken this load. I was not aware this was an export when I accepted it. So that's what that is. Anyway, irrelevant. Irrelevant. We're driving. It's a good day. We're in Iowa. We do a lot of Iowa, let's be fair. We spend a lot of time in Iowa. Clear Lake, specifically, which I can see a lake to my right. It's not clear. It is snow covered. I don't think that's the lake in question. But it is a lake in Clear Lake, and it's not clear. So I feel like I'm justified in calling nonsense on the entire concept of this town. Yeah, see, I'm technically on Highway 27 already, according to that sign. That reassurance marker says this is 27.
In 1.5 miles, take US 18 East, I-27 East.
Thank you, Thomas. Much appreciated. You are just going to be silent until we're on the next road. I know this exit, so I don't need Sir Thomas giving me constant updates. It is a lovely day. It's beautiful out here. We had a great weekend. Oh my gosh, such a good weekend. Best weekend ever. Maybe. Can I say best weekend ever? Sure, best weekend ever. Best weekend ever. I'm in a video game. If you didn't watch the video I posted of me playing American Truck Simulator this week, they released a new DLC level. The Utah expansion pack for American Truck Simulator. That is out. That is available now. that exists. They gave it to me for free, so I guess I should mention that if I'm like plugging that, you know, that's the thing. I love it because I just love Truck Simulator. But I'm also in the game now. I'm in the game. You can, if you play American Truck Simulator, you can pick me as your profile picture. That's a thing. I am in the game. You can pick me as your profile picture. You can also, fun fact, if you don't use me as your playable character, I just show up as somebody you can hire in the game. Because when you get far enough in the game, you buy your own truck, then you get a little bit further, and you buy other trucks, and then you hire people to drive your other trucks. And I'm one of the people that you can hire to drive your other trucks now, which is really cool. That's really cool. That's awesome. I'm in a video game. What the heck, guys? Like, literally, I played this video game when I started driving. Like, this video game came out in February 2016. I played the crap out of the video game. And within 2 months, I was driving the real thing up in Missoula, Montana. So I'm not, it's like direct line from American Truck Simulator coming out to me getting a CDL. And now I'm in the game. So it's like full circle. It's really cool. This is Highway 27, by the way. Welcome to Highway 27. It just kind of dead ends off to the left here. They've built a full 4-leaf clover here, but the highway only comes in from one direction. And it's just a dead end in the opposite direction. It's very funny. But yeah, I'm in the game. You can hire me for your own personal fleets. If you do, send me a screenshot, because that's cool. I think I'm going to be in Euro Truck Simulator 2 as well, but I don't have the new update for that yet. It's not out, I don't think. 1.36, I think, is the update number that I'm in for both of the games. I met the developers at the Great American Truck Show, and a bunch of the folks that were at that meetup are now hireable drivers in the game. So that's a thing, a super cool thing that happened. That's a really cool thing that happened. Yeah, so great weekend. I appeared in a video game, and then it didn't stop from there. From there, I'm signaling to merge onto a highway that could not possibly have any other traffic on it, because it literally just goes into a hill behind me. But I'm going to signal anyway because I'm merging onto a freeway. I'm in a video game. That's super cool. It's super cool. It is one of the cooler things that's happened to me. And then on Saturday, I took my sister to see Who's Live Anyway, which is the live touring performance of Whose Line Is It Anyway. Specifically, we saw Greg Proops was acting as the host. He was also performing, but, you know, kind of the hosting person. And we also had Jeff Davis from Whose Line Is It Anyway. We had Dave Foley from Kids at the Hall. And there was another guy, I batted his name, Joel Murray. Yeah, Joel Murray, I think. I think he's been on the new Whose Line, I'm not sure. But he's also very funny. He's familiar, and he's got kind of, he has a weatherman character that he did last night that is alarmingly good, so I almost feel like he's like the spirit of a meteorologist person. He also wore a fantastic suit. But besides the point, they were performing at the Performing Arts Center in Rapid City, which is a high school, I think. I'm pretty sure it's just a high school, but they were there and they performed, and there were seats, so it was fine. And I got called up on stage to be a part of the Moving People game, which is it's the game where the performers can't move unless audience volunteers move them, and I was one of the audience volunteers, and I got to move Jeff Davis, and it was very funny and very amusing, and it's really cool to see how that skit works. It's like, I've watched Whose Line for most of my life. I love that show. I watch it. I watched it all the time. I haven't really seen too much of the CW show because it kind of came back while I was trucking. So that's been like, I don't go out of my way to watch it anymore, and it's not like constantly in my eyeballs every night like it was when I was a child. But it was a teenager, I should specify. But I like went out of my way to watch it as a teenager. So I loved Whose Line Is It Anyway? And you know, I've seen the Moving People skit performed on television many times. One of my favorites, and like being part of it, like seeing how much of it was me actually moving the performer Jeff Davis. Yes, that Jeff Davis from Whose Line. I touched him a lot. No comment. But like seeing how much of that was like him doing exactly what I am trying to get him to do versus me trying to move his arm and him doing something different for the laugh. It was really interesting. And there, a lot of times, like, I would just, like, barely move his arm and he would understand what I was doing and just follow through with it, which was great. It's like, wow, he's just a professional. Okay, cool. It's a very cooperative game, and I did not quite understand how much of that is, like, performer versus the audience volunteer, and it was very funny. So it was worth it. And thank goodness my weird brain, I have horrible anxiety, and I got picked to go up on stage out of the audience. And thank goodness my brain works the way it does, because the second I was on stage, my brain just like, click, you can't see the audience anymore. I'm like, oh, cool. I like tunnel visioned onto what was going on stage, and it was like none of the audience was there, and that was worth it. And I was just like focused on playing the game of making funny scene with two people on stage, and that was awesome. I didn't know my brain could do that. I did not turn into a shuddering pile of nervousness on stage in front of a couple hundred people. That's awesome. So that was a great night. That was a fantastic night. I got to be on stage with the guys from Whose Line Is It Anyway? That was amazing. That was amazing. That was absolutely incredible. Greg Proops is awesome. Jeff Davis is awesome. Dave Foley is awesome. I did not talk at all to Joel Murray. Dave Foley was part of the skit. Greg Proops is the one who picked me out of the audience, so I got to meet him on the side of the stage. And then Jeff Davis was the performer that I was tasked with moving for the skit. So yeah, that's 3 people from Whose Line that I've seen now. And that was like met physically, like, hi, hello, I am a person that exists and you have now seen me. Our paths have officially crossed in the great scheme that is life. Oh, it was awesome. It was such an amazing weekend. And I got to hang out with my nephews. And my nephews are amazing. I got to see my youngest nephew, like, took steps, like, trying so hard to walk. He's not even a year old yet, and he's trying to walk. And it's wonderful. And he, like, accidentally took a few steps while I was there. Which is funny, because I also just happened to be there for his first word earlier this year. Because that just happened while I was there. And then he kind of accidentally took steps. He like pulled himself up on a high chair, and then the high chair moved, and he walked with it for a second. And me and my sister were sitting there like, holy crap, did you just see that? That was the thing that happened. So yeah, child attempting to walk. And I got to see that. That was wonderful. It was such a great weekend. I cannot express how wonderful this weekend was. It was just nice to take some time off. We got our fender fixed on the truck. We had a cracked splash guard over my right steer tire. That is now resolved. We got that replaced. Potholes, man, they'll just destroy your truck. Thank goodness the part was plastic and not something more expensive. Because it was a big piece of that was a big piece of truck, and it was not that expensive to replace. So I'm happy. I'm happy. Are you happy? I'm happy. I had a great weekend. I had a great weekend. You can see pictures from me being on stage with the Whose Line guys. No recordings, because that's not allowed. There are no recordings and no flash photography allowed at Who's Live recordings, but there are or at Who's Live performances. But there are photos of me on stage with the guys from Whose Line, and it's wonderful. So go see that. Go check that out on my Instagram. Instagram, Ellie O'Dare is my name, and you can find me on the internet at Ellie O'Dare on Twitter, Xbox Live, Steam, and Nintendo Switch, and of course Instagram, like I mentioned. You can say hi at all those places. Twitter's the best one to get a hold of me. Instagram is somehow even more filled with spam and robots than Twitter, which is impressive because Twitter is overrun with them. Not now, Apophis. I thought I muted you already. But somehow Instagram has more robots, so don't message me through Instagram because I might not even see it. Like Twitter's gotten actually really good recently at just like sorting robots into spam folders when they try to DM you, but Instagram has not. So, you know, you want to say hi on Twitter. That's the best place to get a hold of me. Or you're already here on YouTube, you can just leave comments below the videos. It's super cool. New thing they're doing. There's comments now. It's not new. It's not new. But you can do that, and it's a cool way to get something in front of my face. So yeah, do that. Say hi, and you know, like, subscribe, comment, whatever. I'm doing the YouTuber thing like I'm supposed to. I'm almost at 2,000 subscribers, so it's, you know, super cool if you can like engage with the video and help me out. Maybe I'll actually like continue to grow my channel. I don't know. It comes in waves, and I've learned not to worry about it. This is my hobby, and I do it because it's fun, not because I actually get anything from it. The entire lifetime of my YouTube channel, I have almost paid for one camera. We are extremely close to buying a new GoPro, and then that will be soon, very soon indeed, off of YouTube. So the entire lifetime of my channel, one GoPro. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and for, you know, watching enough ads that I'm about to buy a GoPro. Another GoPro. I think technically I'm still in the negative because the old one broke and I just bought that with my own money. But, you know, we're almost there. We're almost there. Thank you all so much for watching. I do love that this is a thing. I'm in a video game, for crying out loud. I don't think that would have happened without this YouTube channel and like the drive to do cool things and appear in places and like say hi to people and engage for content's sake. So thank you all so much for watching. If you do see me in American Truck Simulator, send me screenshots. Hire me. Hire me, please. I need a job because I'm unemployed in that game until the player gives me a job. I am eternally unemployed in all of the games where people don't hire me. So hire my digital self, please. I need it. And have a great day. Bye. Hello, red car. There's a person on the shoulder, and I'm gonna get in the left lane and try not to run them over. Oh, cool. The guy behind me got in the left lane as well. Yay! Oh, he's got a weed whacker. That's cool. That's cool. I wish I had a weed whacker. Jealous. Very jealous.